Sorry that last part kind of cut out. Guess I had to change batteries. So this is part 2 of Peak 7700. So I'm still on the dirt road, but it is gorgeous up here. Ended up going around kind of a long way around the mountain. I'm gonna look for a cross-country departure point very soon. Very soon, actually. We are in an area of beautiful pinyon woodland here. So my next challenge is to locate a good cross-country route that'll take me up. Probably gonna have to do it very soon. This looks like probably a likely area where I would do such a venture. Let me duck out of the way. Here comes a car. It's beautiful up here, I'll tell you that. Yeah, this is a Forest Service road, so if you got 4-wheel drive and some good clearance, it's definitely doable. I said I parked my car before getting to the dip. Down there's a dip where Arrastre Creek runs through, and then it goes back up about a quarter to a half mile. Then I'm a couple hundred feet above the creek bed. So now I gotta decide, gully or ridge. How am I gonna want to do this? Because my peak destination is gonna be somewhere up in here. So now I gotta try to think of the logistics of where I'm gonna leave the trail. I'll tell you, this is some beautiful pinyon woodland up here. I highly recommend, if you're an off-roader, coming up here. If you're a hiker, yeah, you're gonna have to duck some cars, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I mean, some hikers do not like dirt roads. Some hikers only like trail and cross country. Me, if it gets me where my plan is to go, if it gets me where I'm planning to go, I'm all for it. Sign me up. I'm not one of those so-called purists, but there's no, I don't mean that in a snarky way. I just don't care. If I find a way to get me to where I want to go and I'm not trespassing, then I'm good. I'll do it. I just gotta see where I'm going to leave the trail. You have a lot of options where you can leave the trail, depending on if you want to do a ridge walk or a gully walk, because it looks like there are ridges and gullies that lead up to that peak. So, probably going to leave the trail really soon. I'm going to see what this Forest Service road has to offer over here. First, I think I'm going to get a sip of water. The air is very dry, so is my mouth. Let's see. Yeah, I'm starting to get more Sierra junipers up here too. A lot of antelope brush. Persea tridentata glandulosa. Just keep in mind, Peak 7700 is not even a peak bagger summit. It's actually not super well known. It's not even on Peak Bagger. How I found out about it was looking at the terrain on Google Earth and finding it on a Forest Service map. We're kind of roughly in the Broom Flat. There's a former Natural Research Area, NRA, as the Forest Service calls it. I believe it was a former one. I think it was deactivated, but I'm not sure. So looking in the Broom Flat, on the map for the Broom Flat NRA, I saw a peak that was 7,700 feet, approximately. Now, I just got to decide where I'm going to leave the trail. I don't want to really do any real scrambling, but I just want to find out where I'm going to leave it. But what I'll do is find maybe a spot to sit down for a few minutes and get some water. So yeah, we're in a nice pinyon juniper woodland up here. I know a lot of my last few videos, or last few recently made videos, have been predominantly in pinyon juniper woodland. So I guess I'll go use this stump and break out of water. So I'm gonna take a rest, start looking around for where I'm going to leave the trail, and climb up to 7,700. On the next video, I'll show you, I'll probably be on the cross-country route, but I imagine I'm going to leave the trail somewhere near here. So here I'm just going to stop off and get a drink, but looking out that way, my peak's probably going to be off that way somewhere, so I'm going to leave the trail near here, and I'll see you along the way up there.